Have you heard of the term dark data? What is it? We've heard of big data, small data even, but what is this concept of dark data? Is it data created during the night? Data created in the upside down world, like in Stranger Things? Well, the upside world is fictional, and even though dark data is real, there is nothing scary about it. So what is it? Well, there are actually a couple of views on what dark data is. So let's go over the first. Dark data is data which an organization acquires through various processes and stores during regular business activities, but it is not used for, in any manner, to derive insights or decisions or monetization. Dark data is like all the photos on your devices. Most of them will never be used or ever viewed again, but they are there. Joking aside, an example of dark data could be data generated by sensors. IBM estimates that roughly 90% of data produced by sensors and analog to digital conversions really never gets used. In general, dark data represents all the information that companies collect in their regular business processes, but they don't use, have no plans to use, but will never throw out. It's the web logs, visitor tracking data, surveillance video footage, email correspondence from past employees, and so much more. Similar to dark matter in physics, dark matter in the universe, dark data often comprises most organizations' universe of information assets. Thus, organizations often retain dark data for compliance purposes or record keeping. Some organizations believe that dark data could be useful to them in the future once they have acquired better analytical and business intelligence technology to process the information, to process this dark data. Because storage is inexpensive, storing data is also easy. So why not? But storing and securing data typically incurs more expenses and sometimes greater risk than value. So something to keep in mind. Please like the video if you've enjoyed it so far, and don't forget to subscribe as it's free and it will really help me out. Thank you. Now this was the main definition of dark data, but as I mentioned, there is another.
There is another.
In the second definition, dark data refers to any data that is collected for a specific purpose, but not used for other suitable purposes as well. So let's take a healthcare example. There are a lot of data being produced and collected from our smart devices like cell phones and tablets, thermostats and humidifiers, and virtual assistants like Google and Alexa. Alexa, cancel that. The data collected by these devices are not collected for the purpose of healthcare. So from a healthcare's point of view, this is dark data. Now in that sense, we as individuals create a lot of dark data. Every time we make an online purchase, we use our GPS, use the check-in function on Facebook, tracking our calories on a phone app, or even monitoring our physical activities with our smartphone and all the biometrics that come with it. To a hospital or a healthcare professional, for example, all this data that you are generating is dark data because it's not collected nor used for the purposes of healthcare. Nevertheless, it could be, and here lies the value of dark data. As you can imagine, in our healthcare example, medical staff could benefit greatly from having access to your dark data, as it would provide them with a more holistic view of your lifestyle. This could result in a better treatment and even more applicable prevention methods. Research from Western Digital and Accenture found that dark data, similar to the one that I described, can save in the US 200 million work sick days and add $200 billion in value across the healthcare system by 2030. And these are just the benefits of the healthcare industries tapping into dark data. So that's what dark data is in a nutshell. It's data that is produced and collected but not used. And as we've seen from the second definition, that usage is a matter of perspective. How do you feel about dark data? How much dark data do you think you are producing?